The SEC is losing. Now, Stuart, the chief legal officer of Ripple, has actually said this today. So XRP holders, I know that we have been in this for the long haul, but please don't give up yet. And before we look at what he has said about the settlement, I also have some very big news about the CBDCs today from Deutsche Bank, and a relatively medium-sized exchange has now relisted XRP Ripple. Of course, we will be also looking at the price action too. So you can see over here that Stuart has said that the SEC is losing in court, being criticized by judges for shady behavior, being rebooked by the government's internal auditor, hiding info about meetings with a felon, becoming irrelevant on the international stage, Gensler admitting no fault. And so all in all, things are not looking up for the SEC. And again, Ripple already had the partial win in July, but all of this information that has come out from Stuart is highly suspicious from the SEC side, especially hiding info about meetings. And we all know the situation with Gensler and how a lot of people don't even take him seriously. And so things are really looking quite good for Ripple's standpoint, which I am quite happy about. This is, of course, the court order. I won't really read out the dates again because I've already mentioned them in a previous video, but you can see over here how long it is going to take for the settlement. So if we have a look at the CBDC's news, now this is an article from Deutsche Bank and it's very important because it just goes to show how Ripple can get a major play and take advantage in it. And the main quote that I want to share with you guys is over here. The question is no longer if, but when the CBDC economic rocket will take off. And so if you don't already know, Ripple has been in talk with quite a few governments now for their CBDC developments, and they have also partnered with, I believe, 1 or 2 banks that are currently running a CBDC pilot project, and Ripple have been granted to go ahead within that project. And then being in talks with quite a few governments around the world is from Ripple's Europe head. Again, with all of this, the governments that choose to use Ripple will be using Ripple's blockchain-based technology to issue their CBDCs. And the importance is that central banks are increasingly prioritizing CBDCs amid the growing popularity of blockchain-based digital developments. And recently, just yesterday, we also had the managing director of the International Monetary Fund saying that crypto assets are not going away. International payments need to be cheaper, quicker and easier. And of course, which digital asset can do this? Well, Ripple can with their cross-border payments solution that enables them to deliver real-time global payments, which is obviously what these central governments are going to need. But not only faster payments, but also secure as well. I think that security is going to be a major factor within this as well, in terms of whether the governments actually choose Ripple or not. And XRP can settle transactions within seconds compared to bank transfers. And so again, this is just the beginning for Ripple, and despite the fact that they are in talks now, maybe months down the line or even a year down the line, we will hope to see some more partnerships with different governments as well. And so before we have a look at the price action for today, let's just have a look at this piece of news. So a major cryptocurrency exchange made an announcement today on platform X. So you'll actually see over here that CEX.io, which is the exchange, and I believe that they roughly have around about 6 million users on their platform, that they have actually relisted Ripple XRP to their US based users, so you can buy, sell, convert and deposit and withdraw services for Ripple XRP across their product ecosystem. Now, why is this a big piece of news? Well, not only does this cryptocurrency exchange have 6 million users, which is quite a lot, but the fact of the matter is that CEX.io delisted XRP roughly 22 months ago, and they have now decided to relist them. And so they've obviously made a decision as to why they should relist Ripple, and I believe it is to do with the settlement. Again, we have already had a partial win earlier on back in July, but it's because of the fact that we are getting close to that settlement date, and probably other reasons as well, because the reason why they actually withdrew Ripple in the first place is because of that settlement, which put them off, just like the other exchanges, which are Kraken and Coinbase. And now with regards to Kraken, they currently have around about 9 to 10 million users, give or take, but Coinbase is the largest one, right, compared with Kraken and CEX.io. Coinbase has around about probably 108 million or 110 million users. So what I want to see is, now that we've had this cryptocurrency exchange relist Ripple on their platform, I definitely want to see Kraken next, whether that's going to be a couple of months down the road. And of course, I think the major move is going to be Coinbase, and I think when Coinbase relists XRP, we may see a little bit of a price pump, because that is big news and people will be able to trade XRP on that platform again. And so let's have a look at the price action for today, which is November the 16th. We are currently down by 1% on the 1-day chart, and we are trading at 62 cents. We were actually trading at around about 63 cents. You'll just see over here in real time that we have just gone below that at 0.6297. Now the volume has come down a bit. We are down by 17%, and we are currently trading at 1.6 billion. And on the 7-day chart, we are down by 7.61%. So is this something that you should be scared by? I personally don't think so. I think that the reason why we have seen this massive fall and a bit of red for XRP is because of the fact that we had that FUD with the BlackRock spot ETF. And the reason why XRP coin is strong is because you'll see over here when we actually tanked off that cliff and we went to a low of 0.6144. Well guys, XRP coin actually bounced back off from that level and we went to the upside to around about a high of 65 cents. And that's where it was consolidating from the previous days as well, between that 64 to 65 cent level. However, you'll see today that it is trading just below 63 cents. Now I do know that a lot of people are frustrated with the XRP coin price, but I personally think that we should all appreciate this time where XRP is roughly at this level of 63 cents, because as soon as it rallies guys, especially above that 70 cents and even passes $1, maybe people are going to be regretting the fact that they did not purchase XRP back when the price was cheaper. And once it takes off, that is when FOMO kicks in and you will be tempted to buy at a higher price. Trust me, everyone gets it, because you start to see the coin go up and you start regretting the fact that you did not buy it when it was 50, 60 cents. And I don't want you guys to get caught up in that FOMO. What it actually should be is that you should be buying the coin at a cheap price, and I'm not going to tell you which price that you should buy it at. I think that you need to be the one that comes to that decision because it is your personal investment. But when you can buy it for a cheap price and when you hold it, once XRP coin starts rallying and it is up by 10-20% on the day, you can sit back and relax because you have managed to make gains on that day. What you don't want to be doing is seeing that 10 or 20% and having the FOMO start to kick in and buying at that price point. It's never good to get caught up in it. So again, we are just below that 63 cent level. I definitely don't think that we should be panicking right now. What I want to see is whether or not we can get back to 65 cents, or are we going to go on the downtrend to 60 cents. Guys, if you want daily XRP coin news, subscribe to the channel and like the video as well.